Tony Khan made the Costco guys delete this tweet. So the Costco guys made a tweet where they're opening the tops, the Chrome cards, right? And then he's holding a WWE belt. And this got deleted when everyone started laughing at it. Tony Khan, God damn it! I don't want to sell for these guys, but you have to delete that shit. Delete it right now. I swear to God, if you don't delete it,
the best guy's Tony Khan.
You'll never be on a pre-show again. I swear to God. So look at this. Someone tagged me in this. I think George did. Shout out George. Shahid Khan has his $360 million 400-foot yacht, Kismet, parked in New Orleans. It has 3 pools, 4 fireplaces, a spa, a sauna, a cryo chamber, a gym, a yoga studio, basketball and pickleball courts, and a helipad. Sleeps 12 guests, crew of 37. Now, I don't want to get X-Filesy either, but this is why I don't believe all these people grifting off of like, oh, the sea levels will rise and it'll be like the day after tomorrow with the global warming. Like, I'm a proponent of, yeah, the temperature changes and it can make it drier, or if you get snow in Nevada for the first time, like it's always doing that. And I don't know. That's the extent of it. I don't know. I don't want to get conspiratorial or anything, but it's like all these rich people buy beachfront property. He just lets his 400-foot yacht just sit here, dude. His big yachty, a little yachty. Is Dave triggered by this? Right? We got a big yachty here, just sitting at sea. Like, does he hang out here, dude? I would live there. He paid $350 million for it. It's 400 foot. Give me $350 million, 4 foot with 12 rooms and 3 pools and 4 fireplaces. What the? Give me that boat and I'll be fine. I could retire on that. What the? So this is just sitting here. There could be a hurricane. He could just lose this, but it's insured, buddy. I'm sure that would be his response to me. You know, it's insured too. So if this blows away, your grandma's dying of cancer, can't get money. This guy's boat blows away. They'll cut him a check for $3 million. You know, or $300 million. It's crazy. This world is crazy. And this is why AEW will never go out of fucking business. It'll never go out of business, okay? Because they have like this. If Tony Khan wanted to, here, I'll play this 2-minute video of the boat. If Tony Khan wanted to, like, look at this thing. Like, let's say they're hurting on their last leg. They could just sell this thing, and then they're richer than everyone in the chat and myself combined will ever be ever, okay? So I just don't want to hear this. Even if WBD cancels them, it just doesn't matter. Tony he'll sell this boat and create a television station if he has to. You know, it won't be managed well, but look at this thing, bro. This is a shopping mall. This is utterly insane that this is a real thing. You have a $350 million, $60 million yacht. You just hire 4 friends to live on it for you until you decide, I'm going to throw a party, you know, get them out for the weekend. What do you do? Like, how do you make sure no one just walks up and starts with your boat? Are there guards for it too? Do you have staff to maintain it? There must be cleaners. This probably costs $100,000 a month just to maintain and keep functioning. And I bet you people rent the yacht out for parties, and it's a whole side business. And so I don't ever want to hear saying, and this is one thing, let alone their football teams. And I don't want to hear anybody saying Tony Khan, WBD is going to kick him off the air. If Tony Khan's investing his own money too, which, like, I'm the only saying that stuff. Why? Because it doesn't really make sense, but it's all private. You can, but hey, show me otherwise. It's all private. Show me otherwise, and I'll never say that again. Tony could be like, well, I'll just pay to keep it on the air. Billy Corgan did that for TNA. TNA was about to be kicked off the air. He's like, I'll just pay $1 million out of pocket for the next show. Oh, I'll pay $1 million again out of pocket for the next show. That's why he thought he had ownership. So it's not like it would be unheard of, even in wrestling. Just this would be on a larger scale. So again, here's Will Ospreay doing his thing. Let's just watch the dance again.
I'm a black belt and wearing budgie smugglers. I'm going down to Anfield, grinding all over Brian.
That's Dave's new Dave's new, screensaver for his phone. That post. AEW's Tony Khan interview. His love of soap TV, why Timothy Chalamet would be a great wrestler exclusive. So this is with TV Insider. Tony Khan did an interview. Okay. Holy no, I'm not accepting all your cookies, dork. So let's take a look here. Has AEW Grand Slam Australia in regards to it? What kind of challenges have you faced logistically with this show? Tony Khan says, it's my first time going to Australia. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to learn more about the fans, meet new people, and have a great experience. It's something I look forward to. Have AEW make its Australian debut in Brisbane for Saturday Night Collision Grand Slam Australia. For Saturday Night Collision Grand Slam Australia. You up, Tony Khan.
The best guys, Tony Khan.
I think it's going to be a great event. We got huge matches, and I believe it will be one of the greatest Grand Slam cards in AEW's history. It's always one of the biggest events on the calendar. There are already some huge matches with Timeless Tony Storm returning to fight her protege, the Glamour Mariah May, for the AEW World Championship in Tony's home country. It's a return and a homecoming. Tony Storm, isn't she from New Zealand, bro? Is she from Australia? I don't know if that's correct. It's an important chapter in one of AEW's greatest rivalries unfolding before us now. The huge tag team match with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay teaming for the first time ever in AEW to take on the AEW International Champion, Konosuke Takeshita, and the Protostar. The Protostar, Kyle Fletcher. The Protostar, what a cringe name. And also, why wouldn't the International Champion be defending the title in like a big international match? Instead, you just have him in a tag match. It's so stupid. Who is returning to his home country of Australia. This will be one of the biggest TV events of the year. This will arguably be the biggest TV card of the year. The biggest TV card. So this guy goes, the timing of it and it not being a pay-per-view, was it always the plan as well? So here's where Tony Khan is caught being a liar, because this is where he pulled the sly one. And I don't give a what anybody said. There's different ways to lie. You can lie by omission. You can embellish the truth, right? You can just flat out lie and say things that didn't happen. There's different ways to lie. It's been a lie by omission. AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. That's always what it's been billed as. They go to Australia. They try to run a stadium. It's on a Saturday. They've gone head-to-head before. They've changed some of their pay-per-views to television specials and vice versa before. And so they go AEW Grand Slam. Then all of a sudden they go, well, it's just a Saturday Collision TV taping, and it's going to air on tape delay and all this. It's a slap in the face to fans. This is what Tony should have did. An Australian house show loop and then do a Dynamite from there. But instead, he's hotshot booking. Nobody knows AEW in Brisbane. Brisbane's like out of the way as well. People talk about that. Like apparently where they're at, it's not like an easy place to just get to go to a wrestling show either if you want to travel. And he's stupid. He saw WWE went there. He sees UFC going there. He thinks AEW can just pull up and do a show. No, you have to establish a market there. And so he didn't do that. This is a failed attempt to do that. And I mean, it is what it is. Fans are outraged. The fans in the arena are going to be hostile. It's going to be fun because this could be one of the most hostile crowds towards AEW. Like a bunch of people go in there to just be like this. So here's Tony Khan blatantly lying, though, pulling a Vince. Yes, having this being a TV event has always been the plan. That's so not true. They didn't even know a time. That's something that the network wanted. It's something the network brought to us recently as an opportunity to follow NBA All-Star Saturday. Nope. We saw it as a huge opportunity. It was a great vote of confidence for our partners at WBD. It was one of the biggest nights of the year on TNT. It's a great opportunity given the lead-in. Oh my God. And then they're going to inflate. They're going to be like 7 million because everyone watching the All-Star, they're going to be like 7 million watched Collision. I might do a watch along if we got to stay up late and do that one. I might do it, We'll figure it out. But yeah, I think Tony's completely lying. And then the lead-in gonna greatly inflate their number, and then they're gonna pretend like this thing was a huge success. And It's just so gross. This game we're playing is so gross. So Tony says, I expect AEW and Warner Bros. To have a strong partnership for many years to come. We have a great relationship with management there. Since 2019, we've been proud. AEW has been a part of the Turner Sports family. This is the greatest step in our partnership. The launch of AEW on Max. The simulcast has been a huge success for everyone involved. No, it. Come on, man. We've gotten a great audience Wednesday nights on TBS and Saturday nights on TNT. Now those shows are also streaming live on Max. It has made AEW available to a new audience. We don't have all the numbers for the Max launch, but we've been told. Tony's saying he doesn't even have all the numbers. So either that's a lie to avoid the inevitable question next. Well, what are the numbers looking like on Max? So that's either a
Liar!
lie, or even he doesn't know and they're not telling him.
Liar!
Whoa.
Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
That is not good, man. Tony McCon in full effect, which everybody says now. Credit to PWT, bro. It has made let's see this. Now those shows are also streaming live on Max. Has made okay. We've been told that AEW is one of the top sports leagues for Max. So they're among the top sports leagues. Remember when Meltzer was saying that they're among the top sports leagues, and even
The best guys, Tony Khan.
that? Can someone in chat tell me in America what sports are on Max? Okay?
Stupid idiot.
Because what sports leagues? Is he talking about Bellator that doesn't exist anymore? Basketball. Okay, so you're among the top. So let's say, how many sports leagues are there? 3? There's only 3 of them. Yeah, dude. Bailey will be playing in the All-Star game before Collision, promoting WWE. There you go. The Australian fan's going to throw at Tony Khan. Bro, this will be the most hostile crowd ever. And he's such a mark. He's going to go out there. And he's going to try and talk to the crowd, and they're going to boo him like Chicago all over again. Yeah, this crowd is hot for this Dynamite tonight, though. Good for them, man. They've been engaged and chanting and everything. MJF spit facts. This is better than the Jeff Jarrett, but yeah, he's just the legend killer now, I guess. Anyways, what can you tell us in terms of what AEW is working on with the network in terms of synergy? Oh, yeah, we already read that. That's really exciting. It bodes well for the partnership for many years to come. How would you describe the creative dynamic between you and how you take in ideas and how that is funneled through? Oh man, this is going to be the biggest cap ever. What is your approach when it comes to collaborating and working on with others, including talent, to bring storylines and characters to TV? I love working with talented people, only if they agree with me and aren't friends with CM Punk, though. I really do enjoy the creative collaboration. It's a really exciting time for AEW. We've been on a strong run of shows. We kicked off 2025 with a very successful debut on Max and had some great shows to launch this new era of simulcasting. I love pro wrestling so much. I'm very focused on the shows each week, seeing some of our greatest stars return to the fold and adding some very exciting stories. There have been stars who have been there from the beginning and flourishing right now. In particular, the return of Kenny Omega. There was also Will Ospreay and Ricochet and many others. I think it's a great mix of some of AEW's greatest names ever. But they're mostly all from WWE. They're all WWE guys. One of the greatest things about AEW is our wrestlers seizing an opportunity. I believe AEW is where the best wrestle. When they latch on to something special, it's amazing to see how far they'll take it. No, dude, how far they'll take it is sometimes a problem, and that's been the problem with the company for a lot of it, dude. Oh, he keeps going, dude. I'm very impressed. Now my Tony Khan is Hughesy's. I can't do mine anymore, chat. My voice is. I threw it out. Dad, Hughesy, get on the show. No. I'm very impressed by both a longtime star and former AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland and Ricochet, who is a relative newcomer in AEW and arrived at a big stage at All in London. He was in WWE, Tony. I offered a new opportunity for Ricochet in recent months, and I'm so impressed how he has seized it. In November, when we announced the Continental Classic participants and upcoming matches, I had an opening for Ricochet. What he did with it was very impressive. I thought Ricochet had one of the strongest stories coming out of the Continental Classic with Swerve Strickland. There are a lot of times it's possible to create specific opportunities for wrestlers to thrive, but it's really a testament to how the wrestlers and their talent, when they seize those opportunities and score big. I love collaborating with talent and giving them those opportunities and trying to take the best ideas, my own ideas, or suggestions that people make along the way. Either the staff or wrestlers themselves are trying to build the best version of it. Listen, there's certain people who get their ideas through. Tony does give people chances. Some people, I'll tell you this for a fact, even go out of pocket to like shoot vignettes and don't get reimbursed for them. Tony airs them on TV and then just deads it right away. So the problem is that Tony stop, start, even when he's collaborating with other people, and the people he's listening to are like the Bucks, Moxley, Monet, and Peppermint are just doing the same garbage 24/7. The only good stuff has been like Timeless Tony Storm. Athena would give him good if he would listen to her. And I don't know, man. The longer that Tony is the filter, and that's the problem. But he just had this huge 2-paragraph thing, right? Instead of he just will never admit that he's the filter, and that's maybe why things haven't been going in the right direction. But at the same time, he's really proud of it, and he thinks these are great shows and everything, and that's on him. I mean, this Dynamite's been pretty good, I guess. I think so. What's in your watch queue now? So Tony's saying, I recently watched the Dune films. I thought they were absolutely fantastic. Of course, I watched Time Cop and Time Cop 2. No, but for real. Of course, Time Cop's in there. I had never seen Dune or read the books. Now I'm interested to learn more. I thought the movies were fantastic. I'm now starting to watch Dune Prophecy, the TV show on Max. My favorite place to watch TV. It's such a blessing to have AEW on the streaming service too. That's a good swerve. I give Tony credit for that. So he's saying, how do you think Timothy Chalamet would do in pro wrestling? And he says, he's really impressive. I would imagine he would do very well in the ring. You made it a point to secure original music for your shows. What's on the playlist? He's like, November Rain, Guns N' Roses. I was really excited about those opportunities to have Guns N' Roses heard in AEW. Bro, you should be excited for the opportunity to have AEW heard by Guns N' Roses fans. What are you talking about? What's your guilty pleasure show? The original Dynasty, with Joan Collins. He likes Seinfeld, Melrose Place, Beverly Hills 90210. How the hasn't he booked Jack Perry and his girl like Beverly Hills 90210? Let's continue. What's your go-to meal on the road? He doesn't eat. My standard meal on the road is medium rare steak and steamed broccoli. I eat a couple of times a week on the road. Usually the night of Dynamite and Collision. That is what I'll eat. So he only eats a couple of times on the road? Oh, is this Tony Storm doing? Yeah, so I called it. See, this should have been before. See, they up the order because no one knows how to write a story, for Christ's sake. Phil called it. Phil don't miss. Give me a yeet. So the move was you have her do this, and then you have Mariah May let her guard down and be like, maybe this is real amnesia and team up with me type thing. Or not that, just she's driving me crazy. Now she's doing and she won't leave me alone. She admires me and all this. And then Tony Storm goes, it was all a ruse. It was the greatest performance ever. But instead, they already revealed it. And then she went into Timeless on the Jericho cruise. And then I wonder if the fact that she was booked to do the Jericho cruise, to do the Timeless act, is why she stooged it so early. Mariah May cake for days, though. Jesus. And this kid pretty crazy. But, yeah, I give that a So they just stooged it by up and just telling the story improperly because they rush everything. Tony Khan doesn't know what he's doing. So that was Tony Khan being caught lying. Tony Khan tweets out, according to ITV Sport. So again, this week's Dynamite on ITV4 set the all-time record. So they had a lead-in of like darts or something like that. It sets the all-time record. He brags about it like he had anything to do with it, but it was just the average of the lead-in, which was like darts, and it was like 10,000 people or something like that, somebody said. It's so gross the way they do this. Don't tout that. Those are small victories you shouldn't even be worried about. Tony Khan, AEW Grand Slam Australia was always planned as a TV event. Lying through his teeth, bro.
Liar!
The Young Bucks have blocked me. So there you go. And then I botched. I said, oh, now way instead of no way. Tony went from publicly announcing it's a pay-per-view to lying about it and saying it was never intended to be one. So here's Tony Khan saying at the Full Gear Media Scrum, Tony Khan said, we're very excited to make our debut there. Speaking about Australia, we have sold thousands of tickets in the market. and it'll be a great debut for us in Brisbane, and hopefully the first time for many shows down there. As far as how it's going to run, I think it will present some challenges in terms of the timing of the event and the time zones, as far as presenting it as a conventional pay-per-view here domestically. I think it's something to keep an eye on. Tony Khan, you're fucking
Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
lying through your teeth. And it's okay. Just say, yeah, we up and didn't sell enough tickets, so we had to do a TV show. Because WBD saying, no, we want a TV show out of it, or we up, and we can't do a pay-per-view because it's going to look like it costs us too much money, and we're going to lose our ass on it. So now we decided last minute to do it as a TV special to save our asses. Tony Khan shares major insights on AEW's Grand Slam Australia pay-per-view. At the AEW Full Gear media call, Tony Khan shared some insights on the upcoming debut in Australia with the Grand Slam pay-per-view. He made it clear. Tony Khan says this is Fightful. AEW Grand Slam Australia was always planned to be a TV event now. Lying. Here's Drain Bamager. The Sporting News report AEW has lined up a stadium show. It's understood for the company's Made in Australia show, or well in advance. The sources confirming AEW power brokers have been scouting venues Australia's East Coast. And then Matt Hustwaite says, absolutely terrible idea when you can't even crack 20K viewers for your weekly show. How could you possibly expect to be able to fill a 40K or 50K seat stadium, do a small mid-sized arena, tour of Melbourne and Sydney, while the broad brand awareness is still virtually non-existent? Do a tour. This guy responds, and I got creamed in the replies too. The sickos came after him, tried to ratio him. Look at this goofy lying about it not being a pay-per-view. And then it's not even a Dynamite, it's a Collision going head-to-head with the All-Star Game. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make it up. The best guy is always
Tony Khan.
And you all know that. Okay, moving along. Here's a video of Costco guy selling AEW down the river and saying he basically went there so he can eventually go to the WWE. See, we covered this a long time ago. We covered an interview where he was saying, now I don't know if this is the same one or if this is a more recent video. Maybe chat can correct me. But a long time ago, we watched a video where he was saying WWE was always his first choice. Sanjay Dutt gave him the call. I think this is the same video. So we already covered this here on the show, but it's making the rounds again. We are Pro Wrestle Times. So because it's relevant, throwback, or if this is a new video and he's reiterating the same thing, but I'm fairly sure we covered this a long time ago where he said, like, Sanjay Dutt came and said, like, I'll bring AEW to you, you know? So we know he wants to eventually go to WWE. Who doesn't? It's the most mainstream.
I put out there, you know what, I would love to make one.
God damn it, the Phantom bookmarks of the Phantom Bookmark Opera, dude. What the with such a nice setup too. Here, I'll get it. Don't worry. Big Boom AJ, man. See, they're deleting everything. They're deleting pics with the WWE title. They're deleting everything, man. But yeah, basically he just is backdooring his way to WWE eventually. And that, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for AEW. A very long, I told you, AEW news segment. Round of applause